Hello?
This is Pastor Ted Sutton, found ball president of the Ministries of Defense.
Remember.
Mr. Brown.
Is it next to mine?
And I can sit next to you.
I'm trying to locate but it's curiosity somewhere here. Please. You can sit here, it's fine. That's when you
Ayo sabelo uyasha Mamanya Ayo Zimbabwe uyasha Mamanya Ayo sabelo uyasha Ayo chipape uyasha Ayo Zimbabwe uyasha uyasha Azania uyasha uyashe Azania uyasha uyashe ayo plekenta uyasha Azania uyasha uyashe Azania uyasha uyashe ayo Azania uyasha Azania uyasha Israel. No surrender. No compromise. No surrender.
Black power.
Black power.
Israel to Africa yet. Can Africa can you continue with another revolutionary?
Elimpopo. Elimpopo ma.
From Cape to Cairo, from Morocco to Madagascar, Africa,
For Africa.
Africans,
For Africa.
humanity, Israel to Africa. Thank you very much, Ma Africa. I think it is so refreshing to see our brothers joining us tonight, and we would want to have a big welcome for them to say, welcome home. This is home. This is AZANIA.
Yes.
This is where your ancestors are.
Yes.
So welcome to AZANIA. I think in the history of the PAC, this becomes significant, because as one of our historic objectives is to say we unify Africa from Cape to Cairo, from Morocco to Madagascar, and we also unify Africans inside the continent and outside the continent. So this is a very big step for us as an organization which aims to forge relations with our African brothers organizations that are outside Africa. So we would want to welcome you and say, feel at home. My name is Andisa. I have been tasked to be the chairperson of this mini welcome, if we may put it. How the program will unfold is such that the opening is done. We are going to have introductions in two ways. We will have one of our National Executive Committee members introducing leaders that are here from the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA, and also introducing members that are also here, but you will introduce from the leadership point of view. And secondly, we will have the national spokesperson from the New Black Panther Party, Comrade Chonkweli, who will be introducing the members from our visitors. So without much ado, let me hand over to Comrade Wandi, who is our national organizer for the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA, to do the introductions.
PAC motto.
Serve, suffer, sacrifice.
PAC motto.
Serve, suffer, sacrifice.
Israel to
Africa.
Africa.
Israel.
I've been given a difficult task
of introducing PAC leaders. Brothers, these are the PAC leaders. And looking at the journey that you have traveled, long journey from across the state side to here, I don't want to detain you here longer than enough. Tomorrow is going to be a revolutionary program.
That's right.
And I want you refreshed because we'll be embarking. This moment is historic.
Yes, it is.
And I hope I can see that my sister is recording, which I'm happy. Train a woman.
Train a nation.
Train a nation.
Liberate Tanzania.
Brothers, let me be critical that in your entourage, I don't see women.
Right here.
Thank you very much. I was going to say this delegation must go back.
And there's one more coming.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. And now, brothers, I'm going to do the introduction. I think I've done the introduction of all the leaders of PAC. However, on my right is the Secretary for Publicity and Information, Comrade Andy Swamjali. Just read it.
Is late.
Yeah,
Africa.
The man with the spectacles there is Comrade Nguma Khahoji. He is the leader of the Pan-Africanist Labour Forum.
Is Zelet. Africa. No compromise. No surrender.
No compromise.
The man in the middle is our Secretary General, Comrade Narias Mulot.
Africa.
Now, I think I've done the introduction. I've introduced all the leaders here, but due to time, I can't say each and every one of them stand up. Brothers and my sister, as Comrade Anderson has said, this is a homecoming, this is home. And we hope that you will enjoy your stay here. Not only enjoy, we hope that this visit will be educational in a whole lot of respects. And we intend also to send a delegation to the state side.
Go ahead.
Yes, when you are having
That's what I'm talking
And when we hope that this is the beginning
Yes, sir.
of one of the aims of the PAC to rally and unite the African masses here and in the diaspora.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
I don't want to bore you with speeches. I'm not a man of speeches. I've just been entrusted to do this particular thing. Thank you very much. Africa.
Thank you, Comrade Wanji. Let me further say that, comrades, our brothers, we've got leaders from our regional structures here. We've got leaders from our branches that have made it a point that they will sacrifice anything only to make sure that they welcome you from the airport to here. Without further ado, let me call Comrade, the national spokesperson, Comrade Chamkweli, to introduce our visitors.
Is late to.
Africa.
No surrender.
No compromise.
No surrender.
No compromise.
Black power. Black power. Black power. Freedom or death.
Freedom of death.
Get the freedom or death.
Freedom or death.
Freedom or death.
Freedom or death.
All right, it's my honor and my privilege to welcome you, first of all, on behalf of the new Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. My name is Sean Saddam Kwali. I'm the national spokesman for the new Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. We're honored to be here with you. And we want to first thank our family, all the leadership. Let's give our brother here a round of applause. Our leader here, give him a round of applause. Clap for Chris Sankara, a round of applause for putting this thing together. And everybody in here, we're thankful for your presence and for being with us. I have the esteemed honor as my brother to introduce some men and some women I respect dearly on this panel. And I know some of you may not be familiar with the names, some of you may be, but I have to say that we've come a long way to be with our family, so I want you to get familiar with us because we your brothers and your sisters. We're family here. This is Pan-Africanism worldwide, right here.
Yeah.
All right? And so I want to first start with our national chairman. And this brother is a man who, is a man who gives the colonizer, the oppressor, the enemy, hell in the States and abroad. They know he's here. And there were some people who didn't even want him to come, and he said, "To hell with them bastards, I'm coming for my family."
Yes.
Okay? And so we're here. And so this brother has been an organizer since the early days of his college days in a place called Howard University in the States. He's a man who had an organization on the campus. He's been organizing his whole life since really the early 80s, trained by a man who all of you, I think, know, the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Train him and raised him up, and he is the national and really international representative of the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. He is the longest standing chairman of any of the Black Panther regiments, from Huey P. Newton to Bobby Seale to Kwame Ture, the longest standing Black Panther chairman right here in your midst. His name is Dr. and Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. Give it to him. And to his left is a man from Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. He really is an international man too. He travels all over the United States, organizing black men and black women, working with our youth, stopping them from gang violence, stopping them from being on drugs, stopping them from abusing and disrespecting our women. This man here is a pastor of a church. He's a pastor within the church working with the youth pastor. His name is Pastor Ted Sutton. He's over the ministers of defense. Give it to him. I also have to bring in, since my brother said we didn't have no sisters, I got to bring in our sister here, who has come along from Texas, right? From Arizona. All right, that's another place in the States, hot lands, but it's home. She has come all the way from Arizona to be with you, a member of the Nation of Islam. Many of you have heard of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You've heard of Minister Louis Farrakhan. Yeah. She's with us. She's family. Give it up for Sister Camila. Also have to introduce another pioneer in the struggle. This man here, some of you know, some of you don't. But this brother here, if you've heard of the Black Panther named Fred Hampton, if you've heard of him, he's the man that brought Fred Hampton into the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party. He's also a man that organized with the Honorable Kwame Ture, formerly Stokely Carmichael. Organized with SNCC and organized Lowndes. He's an organizer and a freedom fighter. Give it to him. This is Comrade Bob Brown. I also want to introduce some of the people on the wall. This brother back here with the stars on his neck. This is our National Field Marshal, a man that is born to give your enemies hell. This is Minister King Samir Shabazz. This brother over here, this is Brother Bilal, field organizer, soldier, and a man that'll give you some trouble if the devils want some trouble. Give it to him. This brother here, from Newark, New Jersey. This brother here, another field organizer, another soldier, but more importantly, he's a father and an upstanding man and a beautiful black man. Brother Sharif Amenhotep, give it to him. Brother right here, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Some of you may have seen him on TV giving the crackers hell, but this is your brother here. This is Brother Haru Kahudi, give it to him. In the back there, we got brother from the Nation of Islam again, Brother Khalil, give it to him. So it's freedom of death, freedom of death, freedom of death, and black power.
Black power.
Back to you, my sister.
Thank you very much. Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Viva Black Panther, viva!
Viva!
Viva Black Panther, viva! Viva!
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Comrade. And further, let me also say that we also have our soldiers as well.
Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, we moving ahead with the program. We are going to have Comrade Chris doing the purpose of the homecoming. Briefly, Comrade. Give it to them.
My brothers and sisters,
Sorry about that.
It's all right, bro.
My brothers and sisters, I would like to say we've come a long way, me and brother
Yes, sir.
Malik Zulshabas, Dr. Malik Zulshabas. Until it was almost 5 years back, we've been communicating about this. We've been planning about this. We've been postponing and postponing and postponing. And I'm so happy today that we've managed to achieve that goal. Wherever the aim of what is happening here, we know that the imperialists are so powerful. And for us, as Pan-Africanists, as Black Consciousness Movement,
Yes, sir.
for us to win the imperialism, we cannot win the war, being the PAC there, being a New Black Panther there,
That's right.
APLA there, all this we operate and we separate. Because what they do, they make sure that we are separated. And that is our weakness.
Yes, yes.
The problem with us as African or as Black people, we are more concerned about leadership.
Teach.
We are more concerned about what is it that I have and that I do not have. We forget the national issue, that we as Africans, at home and in diaspora, we are faced with one problem.
That's right.
That is oppression,
Yes,
exploitation,
yes.
imperialism, capitalism. I can go on and go on. Now, having realized that we need to do something, one of the things that I did, one of the things that I did with also the communication of Brother Malik here, was to start organizing all Africanist and all Pan-Africanist movement at home and diaspora. We've identified a number of organizations,
Yes.
but we have to start somewhere. Some of them are not here, but definitely we'll reach them.
That's right.
We have Brother Bob Brown from APPR, yeah, and National of Islam. Yeah. So we have also ZANU. We also have December 12. We also have RC, African Socialist International. We also have ASM, African Socialist Movement. We also have a number of Pan-Africanist movement. There's a lot of Pan-Africanists in Africa and diaspora, and people haven't realized it. And in each and every continent, or even in Europe, even if you go to Germany, there's a Pan-Africanist movement. You go to Denmark, there's a Pan-Africanist movement. And that is what people don't know. You can go to Australia, there's a Pan-Africanist movement.
Yes, sir.
Some of us, we have contact with such people. Now, having realized that, no, man, we still have power. What is the problem with us? Now, we said, let's do something. And that's why one of the reasons I had to, about 2-3 years back, I had to go to Zimbabwe and re-establish our contact there. I mean, we know that we, APLA and ZANU, we've been operating together, even in the battlefield. Now, the system has divided us. Now we have to establish those contacts. So the aim of this exercise, or the aim of this noble cause, is to unite all Africanist and Black Conscious movement.
That's right.
To make one liberation front.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
We also know that there's OAU today, which has been hijacked. That does not address our issues as Africans. Now, having started what we have done, we said we must start uniting ourselves here, and then when we unite ourselves, we are able to identify all those. Mark that way. We're not identifying every African or Black organizations, because we know that there are those liberals. We know that there are those what do you call it, neo-colonists and reformists. We're not reformists. We are revolutionists.
Go ahead.
We have identified those revolutionists.
That's right.
And we are going to unite with them initially, very soon. Tomorrow, brothers from Zimbabwe, they've just arrived, but we have not contacted yet. They will be there tomorrow. And then Brother Malik will be going to Zimbabwe on the 24th to re-establish the contact between. We have already made an appointment with the president. we are going to plan a united front where all these organizations, where all these organizations must unite with a possibility, if possible, it's possible, nothing is impossible. We may take over the AU. If we might not take over, then we must give pressure to the AU. But when we are doing that, we must make sure, because the challenges that they are having in US, the challenges that are having everywhere, is the same challenges. We have our brothers being shot there. We have our brothers being killed every day. We have our brothers being arrested every day. We have our brothers being arrested every day. The challenges that we are having, even here in South Africa, in AZANIA, we have seen the Marikana recently, and other, I can name them. The challenges that they are having. We also have our political prisoners who are still in jail. Speaking of political prisoners, Brother Malik, we have just one of our political prisoners who was arrested, just been released now. Brother Zweli Mhlongo, he's with us now. He just went out in November. So it's one of our combatants. He was arrested during apartheid, by apartheid forces. He just went out now. Brother Zweli, can you please stand up? This is very Zweli Mhlongo.
Viva, Swati, viva!
Welcome back.
There's a lot of our guys who are in jail. So the challenge that we're facing, it's one. But what is important is to form a liberation front.
Yes.
One liberation front. With also the other mission is that we must identify projects, program that will strengthen our advances, our struggle in terms of business and self-reliance. So I don't want to speak longer, but there's a lot of things that we can name them. But the main issue is to unite as a black or African brothers at home and diaspora.
That's right.
He's village. No Africa. No compromise. No surrender.
No compromise.
Let's give him a round
Family na Chimarenga, family. Family na Wondro, family. Family na Chimarenga.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Thank you, Comrade Chris.
Oui.
I almost pinched you because I know you can go on and on until tomorrow. Our visitors, I think they've had a long journey coming from the US. So at least we should find a way of making sure that our program is a bit shorter. And indeed, Ma-Africa, as we all seated here, we could all say the Pan-Africanist agenda is inevitable.
That's right.
Until we have a United States of Africa, we will not rest.
That's right.
Right. And we have all also witnessed that Africa is a happy hunting ground. And our founding president saw it a long time ago, and saw its consequences.
Yes.
And we are now witnessing all of that. Without much ado, I'm going to give to Comrade, the Secretary General of the PAC, Comrade Narius Muloto, to welcome our guests officially as a welcoming address. Can we give Comrade SG a revolutionary song?
Freedom Charter. Tumshaka wetu sonke. Freedom Charter. Azania wetu sonke. Azania, oh Azania yo. Azania nefanze Azania, oh, Azania, yo.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Zwelethhu Africa. Thank you, Comrade Program Director. And mine is very, very short. I think we are fortunate this evening to have you and to receive you in Africa and in AZANIA.
Best place to be.
So the PAC is very grateful. And on behalf of the leadership of the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA, the President, the NEC, they are all scattered. I'm sure some of them you meet. I want to extend the warm welcome to you all, and say feel at home. The leadership of the new Black Panther and Rob Brown, I think we've been working together for some time through some of the contacts. I remember I went to training somewhere in West Africa, and one of the person was, we called now it was we learned a lot from the experiences of our black brothers in America, what they've gone through, the situation that they went through as they wanted to advance. Pan-Africanism, as we started it and followed it historically, it was first developed by our brothers in America, and it evolved over a period of time. The number of Pan-African congresses were held in Europe, outside Africa, and I think the liberation struggle in Africa were inspired by the Pan-Africanists in diaspora. It was developed, and I'm sure we all know that Kwame Nkrumah himself, the leader of the first independent African country, was inspired by Pan-Africanism. He attended a number of conferences and from there he did not just live with that theory. He came to Africa, implemented it on the ground, and it gave the African people the first independence. It is that independence in Ghana that has inspired the entire African continent. The liberation struggles in Africa, the liberation movements throughout the continent were inspired by Ghana and by Kwame Nkrumah as a Pan-Africanist. And he has learned all these things from diasporas. Now, therefore, it is always a special moment to reconnect with our brothers who are there. And I think we are offering the platform and the framework for better cooperation and continue to learn from each other's experiences so that we can enrich each other. I'm sure there is this broad general theory that you don't know what I know, I don't know what you know. It's only through the interaction that we begin to know, when we begin to learn from each other. You are here on the eve of the Sharpeville massacre day. It's a great day for PAC because it is a program that was led by the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA. The attempts are there to try to erase PAC out of the history books of this country, and these attempts and efforts are failing. Now, the history of this country cannot be written without this day and without this particular program, which was spearheaded by the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA. So I'm sure you are going to enjoy the commemoration of this day tomorrow. You'll interact with so many people. You'll also see other people other than the Pan-Africanists. Interact with them, see how they are behaving. And I'm sure it's not just that you'll have learned them in papers. You'll be able to see, and when you go back, you can be able to learn. Let me also take this opportunity to thank Chrissy. We call him in the head office of the PAC. If they come and explain, okay, what are these people? Who are these people? Can you tell us more? And I think we spent more than 2 hours because we asked him questions we wanted to understand and learn, and I think we have done that. That's also why I think that's when he was preparing for your coming. Once again, thank you for arranging that our visitors are here. But there's not much really that I can say rather than once again, welcome in AZANIA, welcome in the head office of the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA, and interact with us. So let's learn from each other, and because we can only learn to be better people. As for where we are with regard to our struggle, the PAC has been very consistent that you cannot liberate the people and leave their land. That the liberation has always been connected with the land.
That's right.
In South Africa, we are being told we are liberated, we are free, but our country is in the same hands of the people that we started.
That's correct.
That is contradiction. And out of that particular freedom, we are experiencing a high level of poverty, the inequality, unemployment, the suffering of the very same people that went out to fight for their freedom. So that is basically the problem. If you have time here, you may go around the townships, you will see, and the squatter camps, you see that in the urban areas, the African people are more in the squatter camps, as if, and you go to the suburbs, you find that the white people,
So the white man.
Europeans are there.
Go ahead.
And this is the African country. The situation is not supposed to be like in Europe.
Go ahead.
Now, all these things are lessons I'm sure you'll also learn and share with us. And once again, welcome and thank you for coming. And good to know.
Thank you very much, Comrade SG. Izwe lethu.
I-Afrika.
I-Afrika yethu. Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
I think I'm driving. Really driving. I'm not sure whether I'm 120 or 160 in my driving. But we're moving ahead. We would like to have remarks from our visitors, Comrade Malik, and thereafter Comrade Bob. I wanted to say something about Comrade Bob. He was with us, I think, in 2000, and I think he owes us his subscription to the membership.
Pay up,
Before you leave.
I want a receipt.
No, we'll definitely do that. Revolutionary song for Comrade Malik.
PAC!
Washawatu.
Washawatu!
Washawatu.
Washawatu, mama!
Washawatu.
Washagatula! Washagatula, mama! Washagatula!
Washawatu.
Manda!
Washawatu. Washawatu.
Manda!
Washawatu.
Washagatula, mama! Washagatula!
Washawatu.
mama! Washagatula!
Washawatu. 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 Washawatu.
Washagatula, mama! Washagatula! Washagatula, mama! Washagatula!
Washawatu.
Wapenda!
Washawatu.
Washagatula, mama! Washagatula! Washagatula, mama! Washagatula! Washagatula, mama!
lethu. I-Afrika yethu. Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
That's a youth convention.
Mantamnyama.
Go ahead.
Izwe letu.
Africa.
Izwe letu.
Africa.
Izwe letu.
Africa.
Black power.
Black power.
No compromise.
No surrender.
No surrender.
No compromise.
No compromise.
No surrender.
No surrender.
No compromise.
Izwe letu.
Africa.
Izwe letu.
Africa.
Giving honor to our God, the black God.
Yeah.
I bear witness that regardless to land, label, or language, that there is but one God. Giving honor to the man who taught me, trained me, and made me into the man that I am and that I am becoming. I speak of that man you know as that bold, bald-headed black man. Minister and Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. But not only in his name, in the name of all of the great freedom fighters that have come from this continent.
That's right.
Kwame Nkrumah,
That's right.
Stephen Biko,
That's right.
Sekou Touré,
That's right.
but also your father, and a man who we have deep respect for, a visionary, who put his life on the line, and because he sacrificed his life, the apartheid system has been partially demolished. And the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA is here. I'm talking about the Honorable President Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe. And we respect
That's right.
Mr. Sobukwe.
Yes, we do.
And we would like to help his name and his legacy, his reputation to be known all over America and all over the 196,940,000 square miles of the planet. To Brother Chris, won't be long, but I must be strong. As we're tired, but I must say, you warmed my heart.
Oh, yeah.
You warmed our spirit.
Yes.
You made me feel so welcome, especially you two brothers in the back. I'm talking about my two comrades. Give me your two names, brother. You are the spirit of this gathering here. I love you, man. Feel like getting out there dancing with you. Before the tour is over, we'll do that. Man, we love the Pan-Africanist
Yes, we
Congress.
do.
Yes. You are our brothers and our sisters.
brothers, right.
You are our long-lost family
Right.
that we have been missing.
Yes.
And when we see you, when we feel you, we see us.
That's right.
And we know that there is hope in this liberation struggle and to build this united Pan-African liberation movement that we will build.
That's right.
I must thank Brother Comrade Chris Sankara, because it is Brother Chris, year after year, who has been pressing us and pressing me and asking me, when am I coming home? And finally this year, as soon as he asked me, was I coming to commemorate Sharpeville on its 53rd anniversary, I had no choice. I got the instructions, I say, directly from on high. And as soon as he asked, I said, yes, we will be there. Didn't know how we were going to get here. Didn't know how I would be able to get the brothers and sisters here, because in America, we're struggling like you. Sometimes they are po, saying P-O. But it was through being blessed and through your spirit
Yes.
That's
and
right.
your commitment
That's right.
that you put that spirit in me. And I put that spirit in my national spokesman, Minister Sean Kwali, and these other men here,
That's right.
Captain King Samir Shabazz and others. And we are here today because of your efforts. So let's give Brother Chris. He has that revolutionary spirit. And he wants to see our people united for a common purpose, goal, and objectives. And we are here to help you all do just that. To the President of the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA, in his absence, President Mfasele, to Secretary General Narias Molat, honored to be here, and to National Organizer, Brother Wandi, my sister Andisiwa, Am I right? Yes. My dear sister, to the the leadership of the Pan-Africanist Pan-Africanist Labor Forum, know that I know that labor and the workers are very important. Very important. And to others who have traveled here with us here, from the All African People's Revolutionary Party, GC, AAPRP, GC, who was also a key ally and comrade with the Honorable Kwame Ture, and who has fought many battles in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, have been to jail for this cause, and is one of the founders and organizers of the Black Panther Party as it began in Lowndes County. He's my advisor, and he's my brother, and he's another reason why I'm here today. I'm talking about Bob Brown. Thanks to Brother Khalil Muhammad from the Nation of Islam, who has helped advise me, and others from the AAPRP who are here in the nation. And I'm here also with Pastor Ted Sutton, who's one of the strongest Christian pastors and youth leaders that can be found in the bounds of North America, where there are Crips and Bloods and other gang activity and youth that are killing each other in America. It is Pastor Ted that can be found on the ground throughout America and overseas. And I'm happy to have him here, and I want you to get to know him better. Pastor Ted Sutton. Let's give it to him. And so, there's a lot to be said, and I will get to it in the course of the next 4 or 5 days. I don't want to cover it all today, but there's so much to be said, and so much that I would like to sit and hear from you of what you want to be said. But I have my own opinions of what is going on here in AZANIA, but I don't want to overstep my bounds. But I do know that the African and the black man and the black woman of AZANIA, so-called South Africa, is suffering.
That's right.
I do know that the African here in these streets, that their temperature level is reaching the boiling point.
Yeah. Teach.
And I do know that the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA have not been given its proper place in history.
That's right.
And I do know that you all possess the truth of the time and what must be done.
Go ahead.
And so all that we can do to help the PAC to be here for the people here and all over the earth, but particularly here, all that we can do to help you, that is what we are here to do.
Sir.
Because this situation here, we'll get to it, as I have researched and read, is unstable. The people are dissatisfied.
That's right.
They want to know why there's such a great disparity in wealth, and they're billionaires, but they're brothers and sisters with no electricity,
That's right.
no house, no water.
That's right.
But yet multi-billionaires that have hooked up with this. Well, I got a few days.
Call it what it is, Brother Chairman. Call it what it is. You at home, black
Oh, I
man.
got days to call it what it is.
Yes, sir.
I say it all today. I'll have nothing left to say for tomorrow. But we are coming here to commemorate Sharpeville.
Yes.
We are coming here to show solidarity and honors to those 69
That's right.
sisters and brothers who were brutally and viciously gunned down by this wicked, racist, ruthless, cold-blooded apartheid regime.
Come on.
And those who in Langa, who were gunned down also. We are here because we know that out of that death has come life, and more life
Yes, sir.
must come, and that the vision of Sobukwe must be fulfilled in this day and hour.
Yes, sir.
So I bring you greetings from the black man and woman of America who's standing up and who's not afraid,
That's right.
and who know we are African, who know that building a Pan-African liberation front here in America and all over the world is our top priority. We're not concerned about labels,
right.
NBPP, PAC, APLA, who I have much respect for. Much respect for those and who are the descendants and the sons and daughters of those who have went out and fought this cracker in the bush and have fought this regime and given their lives and have taken lives so that we may be here today thinking about an independence that has not yet come but shall come.
That's right.
Truth crushed to the earth shall rise. Now I'll just say this about myself and I'll sit down so you can get to know me better. I met Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad when I was a college student at what is called the Mecca of Black Education at Howard University. In around 1988 is when I met that man, and I started my mission as a student organizer. I've been organizing sisters and brothers for over 23 years. I've been in all kind of organizations and formations and demonstrations, some nonviolent, some violent, some sanctioned, some unsanctioned. I have been attacked, criticized, I've been to jail for this cause. I just want to let you know before we get started here that I'm a man that you can trust.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
I'm a man that here, if I give you my word, I'll fight to make my word bond.
That's right.
Witness.
So I love you, I honor you, I respect you. I also fight in these courtrooms all over America. I got the my law degree and a law license. I fight in the courts of America. And anything that I can do to free my people, that's what I'm here to do. And that's why I've flown over 17 hours.
Yes,
And I
sir.
love having me a black pilot with some black
Yes,
stewards.
that's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean,
Beautiful.
I just want to say I'm glad to be home.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be home. I'm at home, and you know what that means? I've been taken away from my land for over 400 some odd years. I've been taught bad things about Africa.
Yeah.
I've been taught negative things about Africa.
Yes, sir.
But I'm happy to be home, and I love you. I love you, and I leave you as the way I came. Isweletu. Isweletu. No compromise.
No surrender.
No surrender.
No compromise.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
And long live the Pan-Africanist Congress of AZANIA.
Long live.
And if Bob is also a member, then I'm going to have to be a member too.
Go! Long live the anti spirit of Comrade Khalid Mohammed, long live!
Yeah.
Long live the anti spirit of Comrade Khalid Mohammed, long live!
Long live.
Now,
Right.
we're going to have Comrade Bob. Now, Comrade Bob, since you owe us, normally as Africans, if you owe someone something, they say you bring a bottle of brandy or whiskey, just to say, I admit, I apologize. But we will today forgive you. You don't have to be forgiven. Okay, all right. Without